Alright, what's good everyone? Welcome back to another video. In this video, I want to talk about why the Lenovo Legion Go is my handheld PC of choice. So let's get into it. Honestly, the first thing I'll say is that the reason why I love this handheld PC right here is because of the versatility. This is one of the most versatile devices that you can ever buy on the market right now. It has a big 8-inch display, 144 Hz, has detachable controllers, with one of them being able to turn into a mouse just by flipping a switch and then attaching this magnetic stand that it came with, and then boom, this is a full-fledged mouse that you can use with your Lenovo Legion Go. The right controller has a scroll wheel, so you can scroll like a normal mouse, and then you can use these buttons to right click and left click. It's just really sick. It also has a kickstand, so you can prop it up at different angles, whether you're playing with your controllers off like a Nintendo Switch, or you're using it for productivity on the go. You can bring a foldable keyboard and a wireless mouse and actually get real work done, because it's an 8-inch display, so it's actually like a small tablet size screen, kind of like an iPad mini. And then even in handheld mode, it's very convenient because it has a lot of buttons that you can program to do different things in games. Like the software now allows you to program your buttons for anything basically. So you can have different layouts and you can switch them on the go. So for example, I have two different layouts. I have the main gamepad layout, which is like an Xbox controller basically. And then I have my MapleStory layout. These two layouts, I use them for different things. Like the Xbox gamepad one is just for playing any game that supports controllers natively. And then the MapleStory layout is literally for MapleStory, which is a computer PC game that only supports keyboard and mouse mainly. You can access all that stuff right here by pressing this button, and it pulls up this little menu. And this is one of the things I love about this software on this device. It's not like crazy software, but it's pretty cool how it shows you the battery percentage of the two controllers and the console itself. You got a time obviously. And then here you can quickly switch between your different profiles. So you can basically have 4 different profiles preset with different things. So like, let's say you have a game that doesn't require that much power, you can choose, a more chill profile. Let's say you're playing a game that requires like medium levels of power, like around 10 watts of TDP, then you can switch to that profile and even, change the custom TDP on the fly as well. And then there's performance ones, power save ones. So that's really nice to be able to quickly access. Then you obviously have your general things like Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, brightness, sound, and then you can change the resolution very quickly, which I like, and also the refresh rate. And then you have a little monitor thing right here. Like I was showing earlier, the control mapping setups, so you can view the layout and switch your profile if you want to. And then there's a lot more things. I'm not going to get into everything, but one thing in particular that I really like is the virtual keyboard. In a game like MapleStory, this obviously doesn't have enough buttons to map every single skill or button that I might use in that game. Having access to the virtual keyboard really quickly is nice, because I can just pop it up, use a skill, close the virtual keyboard, and then get back to playing with the buttons. So that's really nice. There's some other things I could talk about with the software, but mainly I just want to focus on the versatility, like how this has 2 USB-C ports that are Thunderbolt 4, which can connect eGPUs and basically anything that you can think of via USB-C, like multiple monitors, for example. And then you have a micro SD card slot for expandable storage like that, or you can even replace the SSD that's inside of this thing for a bigger one. And another reason why I find it so versatile and why I love it is because this is literally my PC. Like, I don't use any other computer really. I got rid of my Mac Mini recently because I'm doing different challenges, and I'm going to be posting videos about that soon. And like, this is really the only computer that I have that I actually use. So, I'm using this as my daily driving PC. I usually use it on my desk setup, connected to 2 monitors, and I basically use it like a normal computer for most of the time, unless I'm traveling or unless I'm trying to play games on the couch. It's really cool. And then also, even beyond, being a desktop PC and a handheld PC, it's also a laptop for me. I use something called a lap dock, which basically is a keyboard and a screen built into one device. It has its own battery source. It basically becomes whatever you connect to it. So I connect my Legion Go to that becomes a laptop. It has a trackpad, it has a keyboard, it has everything you need in terms of like PC and laptop peripherals. So this thing becomes my laptop really, and then also my desktop and also my handheld PC where I'm playing games. My main point is that the Legion Go does a really good job of replacing so many devices. If we're talking about a laptop, you can do that with the Legion Go. If we're talking about a desktop PC, you can do that with the Legion Go. If we're talking about a handheld gaming device, you can do that with the Legion Go on so many levels. Like, you can play PC games, you can play retro games, you can obviously emulate so many different games, but then you can even go beyond that and play like Nintendo Switch games. So like, if you can figure it out, that's not something that I do on my Legion Go, but like, it has the capability to emulate those kind of games. And then even further, you can play like current gen games, games that are releasing on the PS5, releasing on the Xbox. You can play those kind of games on this Legion Go. Obviously, you're going to have to adjust the settings. It's not infinitely powerful. It is really powerful, and I'm going to get into that soon. But like the fact that this thing can play basically all generations of gaming is pretty insane to me. And then on top, even like to take it further, like because this is a tablet, right? You can take off the controllers, rotate it like this, and you can have a top and bottom split or like play Nintendo DS games. So if you don't know what a DS is, it's a handheld system by Nintendo that has two screens. And basically what you can do with the Legion Go is turn the screen vertical orientation, and then you have the top screen of the DS and the bottom screen of the DS all right here. And you can either play with touchscreen controls, or you can even, buy a little mounts. People sell these mounts on Etsy that basically connect the controller like this. So now you can play Nintendo DS on your Legion Go. And I think that's pretty cool. That just adds to the versatility of this device right here. And you can even just like prop it up because it has a kickstand, right? You can just prop it up like this and boom. It's not perfect, but it's there. It's propped up, and now you can actually just play games like that. And also you could just use it like this in general too. If you want to use a tablet in vertical orientation to do different things, you could do that. And then, like I said, it replaces a tablet because it literally is a tablet. Like watch videos, send emails, type with the virtual keyboard. This is a floating keyboard, and I can turn it into a full keyboard, and boom, I can actually type with this. It's not a bad experience at all, especially with the 144 hertz screen. It's just really nice. So yeah, this device is just so versatile. It's actually insane how many devices it can replace for me and like what it's capable of. So now like I want to talk about power. I said I'll get into that. So here it is. This device is really powerful, especially for what you get in the form factor, but it's actually powerful in general in terms of like laptops that you might buy. So right now, where I live in Toronto, people are selling Legion Go's, used Legion Go's for like $600, $600 to $700, really cheap for this device when you consider all the things it can do. This device is so powerful that it beats even laptops that, companies are selling for like 1,000 Canadian to even like 15, 16, 1,700 Canadian. This device is more powerful than those laptops and can play games at a higher level because it's designed to play games. Like it literally has the internal design to play video games and to be able to endure long, intensive sessions, of doing different things. So for what you get, if you can buy this for $600, this is like one of the most powerful laptops that you can get for that. Honestly, it might even be the most powerful laptop that you can get for that price for $600. Unless you're buying like a M series MacBook or something like that, specifically for video editing or like creating music or something like that, then maybe those things are better for your money. But even then, this has 512 gigs, 16 gigs of RAM. And this can also, like if you're making music, you can make music on the Legion Go, no problems. There won't be an issue about power. This thing can handle FL Studio and stuff like that. This thing can also, it can video edit. I haven't gotten around to it because I'm not used to video editing on Windows and using DaVinci Resolve and stuff like that. But this thing can definitely do that. You just got to figure out how to make it work for this system. But regardless of all that content creation stuff and like creative things, this is one of the best laptops you can buy within this price range. Like it's just amazing for what you can do with this device, especially if you're planning on buying a laptop and hooking it up to, a monitor and having a keyboard and a mouse anyways at a desktop. This thing right here is really crazy. Like I'm playing like Sonic Frontiers on this at decent graphics. I can even play Elden Ring on this. You can play console games. You can play AAA titles on this device. Modern AAA titles that are coming out, right now. Like I play Power Road on this. I know that's not like one of the most power hungry games, but it's also not one of the most optimized games. So the fact that this can play it well is nice and amazing for me. You can play games. You can get work done. You can do so many different things more than a lot of laptops can do nowadays. Like if you're buying a Samsung laptop, technically they have some really powerful CPUs nowadays, but those devices are very thin and, often struggle with heat dissipation and stuff like that. So they have to throttle down and the performance is not as good as it could potentially be. So this thing right here, the Z1 Extreme built into this device, and the fact that it's built for, heavy workloads like that, like gaming and stuff like that, this device has so much value, especially if you can get it secondhand for, like I said, 600 Canadian. Amazing, amazing device on that level. So yeah, everything combined makes me love this device more than the other handheld PCs. And don't get me wrong, I've considered getting the ROG Ally X because of the bigger battery, the extra RAM. The Legion Go is just so versatile, it's hard for me to give it up. Like I have this Ioneo 2 right here that my wife uses to play with me in some games. And I even thought about, taking this and using it for myself because of the form factor and because of how cool it looks. But the Legion Go is just so clean. I might even get a skin for it because of how much I like this device. And this is a little MagSafe sticker that I have right here. On my desk setup, I have this MagSafe tripod mount that I use when I'm not using it on a tripod, obviously. And I can put the Legion Go on that very easily with this MagSafe sticker right here. And it doesn't give me any problems in terms of like affecting the internals of the device. I haven't seen any issues with that, you know, but yeah, I just quickly put it on, then quickly take it off very easily. And I connect the wire to the Legion Go, and then it's connected to 2 screens. It's just super nice. So I love this device and how versatile it is. And I'm going to continue using it as my main PC and maybe eventually get an external GPU so that I can actually like do some real video editing and stuff like that on this device. So that's why I choose the Legion Go over other handheld PCs. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and we out. Peace.